Joining us now is Amrita Sen, founder and director of research at Energy Aspects. Amrita, thanks so much for joining us this morning. How do you view the mix of risks here between lesser supply and the colder weather that the continent is facing?
Good morning. Really good to see you. We all always wish for a white Christmas, but this year around there are challenges around it. We've already seen gas prices and electricity prices in particular go up quite substantially in the last few months, given the tightness in the European gas market. But in particular, what we've seen over the winter gas supplies into Europe.
What's going on, boys?
This is because we think they are filling the second leg of the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, which is not going to start till September next year, but still they need to fill the pipeline, given it's a really long one anyways. And now we
Alright. We got Nellie's din din. We got Nellie's din din. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Ooh. No, that smells delicious. Here, now smell it. What does it smell like? Yeah? Ooh, she's licking her chops. I don't know if I'm overfeeding my dog, but we'll figure it out, dude. Alright, that's gonna be like a snack or something. I don't know. I haven't decided. Oh yeah, for the morning. Nellie is eating good tonight. There's no fillers in this. Nellie knows. Look at her. Oh, that little face. Here, Nell. Hi, Nell. Is this for the baby? She's like, Dad, that's mine. I know.
Easier to reduce supply than it is to reduce demand. In 1980, we used fossil fuels as a whole contributed 84%.
What is this SJW talking about, bro? More gas, more gas. We need more gas.
We haven't been able to reduce fossil fuel demand. Yes, there's more gas now and less coal, but it's very difficult to change consumer behavior, especially when the alternative.
Exactly. There's so much more gas being used now than there was then.
I have to say, one of the remarkable things about yesterday's rally, and Javier Glassman and NBC pointed this out, and we saw January's 2023 contracts in Germany surge as well. They jumped by about 90 euros per megawatt hour. What does that tell us if also the year ahead pricing is seeing such a steep increase as well? Are these structural issues that will be with us in the future as well?
Oh my gosh.
Summer prices onwards next year to be rising, and it's been a good call by the gas.
Here, no.
The reason we've been calling for that is
That's a good amount of food, huh?
stocks in Europe currently are extremely low. If we get a cold snap, even a
Let's meet up for Christmas.
will still be at record low inventory levels in Europe.
What do you mean?
Nord Stream 2 doesn't start until September. We will not be able to get those stocks in the summer like we always
I'm working on Christmas.
we are going to enter winter next year with again extremely low stocks, and that's why you are seeing
I decided that I'm going to be working on Christmas.
and winter of next year needs to move higher regardless of what the weather is.
And Amrita, of course, we can't have
Let's see what happens with my crypto.
well, we've seen the rally that we're in the States this year start to falter as we head here towards year end. Is the caution that we've seen trickle through this market warranted?
Well, I think I can understand
Dude, sheep is going crazy right now.
the uncertainties around it, whether governments are going to impose more restrictions or not. Plus, I really do believe there's a lot of year-end trading reasons behind this fall. Some of the big traders have closed out their positions, having
Shave is going crazy right now, dude.
Lots of right now, liquidity is pretty much non-existent. So this is a market where even one small position here or there can really move the market a lot. So I think that's a big part of it. Of course, there are fears around the Fed tightening rates or hiking rates rather quicker. So all of those fears are playing a factor. Capacity will be going down in the coming year very sharply. So, prices should be rising, but for the next few weeks, I can totally see why prices are going to struggle unless OPEC come in and supports.
I do wonder though, just to what degree the market structure setup itself is bearish if we see some of the term spreads enter contango when it comes to Brent.
Absolutely, and this has been the biggest move, both Brent and WTI. At the front were flirting with contango. Yesterday, Brent is settled with very small contango. Look, there's not much of a difference between 20-30 cents contango and 20-30 cents backwardation. We're pretty indifferent. But still, we've moved from a dollar backwardation to 5 cents contango. That does say something. And again, I do think it's massively positioning led. There are a few cargoes unsold in the North Sea, and that's kind of weighing on the market. Because if you look at Dubai, it's still very backwardated, very much a much more fundamental market, and you can see that that demand is still very strong there. So I think it's still a very bearish sign, particularly for OPEC meeting on 4th of January. They don't want contango, and I think it's a sign that, look, at least in the short term, demand has pulled back, refineries aren't buying. There is uncertainty. I'm not blaming refineries.
What's smoking on the marijuana?
And the one question we're asking our guests here as we enter the final weeks of 2021 is the outlook for next year and the risks that lie ahead. In your view, what is the largest risk to the oil market at this point?
I think complacency is the biggest risk because we've seen, again, this is everybody said, this is a repeat of last year. No, it's not. 50% of the world is vaccinated. Even governments you've seen, they've been quite reluctant to necessarily come out with restrictions because I think there's generally a fatigue amongst citizens as well to abide by a given vaccination. So we do think demand will bounce back. It might take a month or a bit, but it is going to bounce back, and we are entering next year with inventory levels on a forward basis. Right? Like the product stocks, gasoline, diesel, they are at 10-year lows, 20-year lows. Crude is at like multi-year lows. So there isn't a lot of buffer. We've seen lithium outages again over the course of the
Give us content? Bro, I just got off work. I'm not doing shit.
and things can really explode higher on prices. So complacency really is your biggest risk right now.
And Rita, so fantastic to catch up. Thanks for joining us. Have a great holiday season. And look forward to seeing you in the new year. And Rita Sen, founder and director of research at Energy Aspects. Thanks so much again. Now let's get to the first reviews with Laura Wright in London. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Danny. The SEC is forcing Chinese companies trading in the US to disclose more about the risks they will pose for investors. According to regulators' new guidance, Chinese firms with ADRs will need to make more specific and prominent disclosures in order to comply with US securities law. The SEC also said SPACs should disclose whether their sponsors or the majority of executives are based in China or whether a merger target is located there. The World Health Organization has recommended cancelling events during the holiday period, warning that end-of-year festivities will provide what it describes as the perfect platform for Omicron to spread. Meanwhile, the World Economic Forum will hold its annual meeting in Davos next month. In current pandemic conditions,
Oh,
to deliver a global in-person meeting. The forum will now host the event in the summer. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has filed a federal lawsuit against New York Attorney General, that is, to hold her civil investigation into financial practices of his real estate company. According to Trump's lawsuit, the probe is baseless and violates the constitutional rights. The Attorney General says the suit is a delaying tactic and her investigation of the Trump Organization will continue. Democratic Senator Joe Manchin has outlined changes that might draw his support for President Biden.
EBZ didn't punch me, bro. That was a scripted scene.
Co-states of West Virginia, Manchin said he would only
All that shit was scripted.
overhauls the tax code to make it fairer and lowers the cost of prescription drugs. He also criticized the White House and the other Democrats trying to badger him into
But it was scripted in a good way.
Global News 24 hours a day on air and
It was like good scripted.
by more than 2,700 journalists and analysts in more than 100
That's what a lot of people don't realize.
Laura, thanks so much.
No, bro. That's why you got retards running around trying to duplicate a scripted scene. Yeah, a bunch of idiots running around. They don't know how to script, bro. They don't know. They don't know. Let me tell you. Ice was and always will be the mastermind behind a lot of shit. Ice is and always will be.
What do we know and what don't we know? Because there's a lot of speculation, a lot of anecdotes circulating right now.
Omicron definitely has the characteristics that create us concern for many reasons. But also we have been preparing for a moment like that for months right now. And I feel comfortable that the playbook will work. So what
I don't know, bro.
understand more about
You gotta figure shit out.
because we really protect against infection.
What do you know my din din?
Let's take it one.
Jimmy's din din is cooking.
I think there are a few things that are not very clear yet. One is the clinical manifestation.
Because I guess he thought Scuff Steve Jobs was gonna guide him in the right way. He's on the spectrum like I am. I heavily rely on my mom to do stuff for me. Like I heavily rely on Lundell to do stuff for me. I'm not capable of doing everything on my own. One of these cheesy cauliflower rice keto friendly thingies. I guess they labeled it wrong. I guess they labeled the fucking meal wrong. Because I got a full meal. I deadass got a full meal, bro. Jim deadass got a full meal.
Welcome back to Bloomberg Daybreak. We're up
For, look at this.
Now, Nike reported earnings after the bell on Monday, and the world's largest footwear
Like,
apparel
I don't know how that happened, but whatever, son. 175 for the whole thing. Okay. I guess. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna take advantage of it. I don't care if it's... They won't sell old food. You feel me? So, like, at the end of the day... Oh! Fries done, fries done, fries done. Mr. M! Mr. M! The fries is done. What do I do next? No, but what do I do next? The fries is done. I heard it ding. Oh, I pull them out? Well, why didn't you tell me? I thought I was supposed to leave them in there for a little bit more. They're a little burnt. I'm not sure if they good to give to the customer. Customer's probably going to complain, Mr. M. Fine. I'm just going to throw them out, and we're probably just going to try a new batch. That's probably what's going to happen. Fries are done, Mr. M. Fries are done. I can't help it, bro. It's a habit. It's a really bad habit. Fries are done, Mr. M. You know what I'm going to do to the meatloaf? We're going to put this special seasoning on the meatloaf.
Credibility to its path to the long-term targets outlined in June. And really, Morgan Stanley, like Nike's transition toward a direct-to-consumer business, the goal for Nike is for online sales to account 50% of total sales by fiscal 2020.
Oh my gosh, bro. Did you see what I got the other day? Look at this. Look at this, bro. Oh my gosh. This stuff is amazing. Amazing. Wow. Fancy. Bro, we fancy AF.
Now let's stick with earnings, the supply chain theme, but Crown's rates parallel to chips.
Bro, this makes everything fancy. You have a regular egg, $1 egg. You sprinkle some of this shit on there, $60 egg. I put the ingredients on there. You put the ingredients, it makes it a little bit more expensive. Make it more expensive.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I mean, it's a number of factors. Obviously, data centers is a huge part of their demand, and that's.
I want to go do something. I'm bored. I'm trying to find something to do right now.
A number of different areas. It's the PC market is strong for them, although there's been some surprises there the last few months. But so it's things like 5G phones, 5G things.
I'm trying to find content right now.
And also the automotive market.
I mean, it's what, Monday?
Use that number more chips, so that's been helping too. And then this kind of slightly prototyping concept of the internet.
No, Belle, you're a sweetheart.
Even kind of VR headsets, those kind of areas.
No. No, 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 no. No, did you eat Din Din? Ooh, no.
A little bit of issue with your audio, but we really appreciate the update. That's Bloomberg Intelligence's Matt Robson. Now, coming up, the UK hospitality and retail sectors suffer from a loss of business, but the government has yet to announce any new all in Terry this time. Staying going next. This is Bloomberg.
Fuck. I had a long day today. I worked all day today, dude. I literally worked all day today, dude. It's a report brigading.
Let's just be honest. We've had sort of a shift in, albeit some sort of stagflation fears. Moment people were talking about that.
Let's make fat reports right now.
The European energy complex has been incredibly fragile for a number of months now. It seems to just be getting hit with new crises.
Report. Why? Because I don't suck people's dick. I will never suck someone's dick. I don't care who they are.
I'm Danny Berger in London. We're just on past 6:51 a.m. Let's take a look at some of the events we're watching today. At 10 a.m. UK time, we'll get Italy's latest producer price index futures. That state figures rather than at 1:30 p.m. UK time. The U.S. current account balance for the third quarter. Also this afternoon, we're expecting Canada's retail sales numbers for October. The consensus is for an increase of 1%. Then it's the Euro area's consumer confidence survey. Obviously very important as we've seen rising COVID cases and high energy prices weigh heavily on consumers' mood. And finally, 7 p.m. UK time, Argentina's. Now let's focus in here bring in our Lizzie Burden, who's been taking a look at the government's options. So, Lizzie, we had Prime Minister Boris Johnson yesterday holding a 3-hour cabinet meeting.
I did work all day.
Any sort of support.
I actually worked all day.
Well, even though we've not got a formal lockdown.
Yeah, I just randomly make money all day. Like, where's all this money come from? Where's all this money come from? Don't be a clown. Wah! JC's making money. Wah! That's all I hear. I hear win. Win. I'm winning. I'm winning. I win.
Still open when businesses are in so much pain.
Right, well, assuming that needs support,
Let's go.
hoping to get from Chancellor Rishi Sunak?
Well, he's got lots of options. Provide
What content should I be doing soon?
especially for the hardest hit sectors.
Like, I want to make a calendar, and I want to start like doing content. I want to build up to like bigger content.
We could boost government grants for companies that are really struggling with the
Go.
cancellations. But really the spotlight
I am
is on
fucking
tech
drunk already.
because the bank
I gotta lay down
stepped
soon.
in to help out with
Where's my
inflation and
din-din?
cost of living crisis.
Where's Jim's
The cost
din?
of living crisis is proving a thorn in the government's side, along with a slew of stories about it not following its own rules.
Right, Lizzie, really great reporting. We really appreciate it. Lizzie Burden from our very own Bloomberg studio here. Now let's go ahead and get a check on those markets and GMM Go on your terminal. Of course, the global market movers. We are seeing a rebound in risk appetite so far this morning. You're looking at Asian stocks outperforming. You're looking at a China CSI that's up 0.7%. Now you are seeing just
Yo, that cauliflower mac and cheese right there in the corner. That's some good shit. I worked all day, but Jim's a working man. Ooh, truffle. Truffle meatloaf.
Stepping in with more measures to support the country's currency. So we saw it rally the most since the 80s. With yesterday, today, continuing to see a rally. It's up more than 11% so far this morning. Excuse me, it's up nearly 10% this morning. At one point, it was up 11%. David Ingles does point out that the rally we've seen has been mostly when Europe is offline. So it happened late in the day yesterday when Europe was heading towards the close. It happened overnight in China. So once the market does open today, in terms of the European market, can we continue to get that rally in the lira, or will it start to weaken again as they step back online? But in general, again, it's not the lira, it is risk assets.
I'm walking here.
European futures are up more than 1.5%. It was the cyclicals that got hit very hard yesterday, falling more than 1%. So where do you want to be buying in this market? We've seen defensive type stocks really outperform. Again, it's this fear over demand. Now that the fiscal picture in the U.S. is under question at a time when we're looking at tightening from the Fed.
Stop now.
There for you to digest
I just fed you.
into the new year. Well, that's it for us at Bloomberg Daybreak. Your Bloomberg Markets Europe is up next, and Edwards will walk you through that. This is Bloomberg.
If I make an extra $60, actually, it's $66. Isn't that a fun fact? It's about $66 approximately. If I were to set money aside each month for a new computer, we would need to achieve $66 extra a day. for an entire month. Nelly, chill.
The anger responses produced by this vaccination is able to neutralize the virus and a number of variants of concern.
Hot.
A lot of the vaccines being developed currently require super cold storage. One of the great advantages of patch is that we're able to remove the cold chain. We've been able to stabilize the vaccine on the patch for at least a month at room temperature and a week at 40 degrees. So this makes logistically vaccine rollout a much simpler proposition than removing the cold chain from transport.
Who can help me produce NFT? Where's Lame Duck? He's been saying that. He's too busy buying other people's NFT instead of helping me spend my money on making NFT. Like, I'm willing to invest my money into crypto, into creating a gallery, so I can sell my art digitally. I think what I'm gonna do, chat, is I'm gonna sell my painting and then destroy it. Like, I'm gonna create it in the real world. I'm gonna capture in high def, and then we're gonna destroy it in the real world, so it only exists on the blockchain. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share your boy SJC stream.
Good morning, everybody. Just under an hour away from the start of cash equity trading here in Europe. Let's take a look at the futures picture. This is really different from yesterday. And we're kind of talking about better news around.
I'm sorry I got all passive aggressive.
10 a.m. UK time yesterday around the Moderna jab and its ability to boost antibodies as a booster. So that's not necessarily the thing that will drive any optimism here in Europe, because we certainly knew about that yesterday. But things do look a little bit different from yesterday. So European futures point to the upside. Let us just remember, yesterday we saw the Euro Stock 50 drop more than 1%. We saw all of the major US markets down by more than 1%. We are expecting this bounce at the open, but maybe we get back to where we kind of started. European futures then set for some moves to the upside. US futures even more so. NASDAQ futures up by around 1.3%.
Yeah, but he can't paint, bro. He doesn't know how to paint.
Fend off the Omicron variant, perhaps. Maybe the Build Back Better plan in the United States still has some value to it, and that's something that the market is thinking about.
Well, yeah, dude. Imagine buying a Picasso, taking a photo of it in a certain lighting, with a very high def camera, and then destroying it, so it only exists on the blockchain. That's what I want to do. I want to destroy a Picasso eventually. I know many people that would piss off. That guy destroyed a Picasso. That guy destroyed the Picasso. No, I didn't. I preserved it forever on the blockchain. See, IRL, it's going to be destroyed. But we could preserve it on the blockchain forever. The only way it's going to be worth something is if I destroy it.
Prime Minister Boris Johnson held off introducing stricter rules.
The situation is extremely difficult, and the arguments either way are very, very funny about the issues. I think now I'm at the constant
Let's get to our medical science reporter, Michelle Cortez, who can bring us up to speed. So now the dominant strain in the United States, that just illustrates how quickly things can move, how quickly Omicron can spread, and how much it can outperform, if that is at all the right word, the other variants. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, that's exactly the situation what we're seeing now. It took just a week to go from single digits to more than 70% of cases in the U.S. We know that the UK is following South Africa by about 2 weeks. The U.S. is following the UK by a week, and the rest of the world is coming up after that. So as we watch this play out across the world, we're going to see rising rates of Omicron, and we're all watching very closely what's happening in South Africa to see if we can glean any insight as to what's coming. As you noted at the beginning, good news with the
I heard you can catch COVID twice. I actually did hear that.
So that was kind of priced into markets yesterday, wasn't it? But we do seem to have a slightly more optimistic view of the world when it comes to markets. But in terms of what we know about the virus then, Michelle, you were talking about those labs, and that's interesting to hear them quantified like that. So the UK, where I am right now, 2 weeks behind South Africa, and then the United States another week behind that in terms of the flow of Omicron. So if we're trying to get clues as to where we'll be 2 weeks from now, in sort of dark days of early January here in the northern hemisphere, let me ask you about what's happening in South Africa, because there we have had better news on the virus case numbers, but worsening news on hospitalizations and deaths. But if you look at where we've got to on deaths, as tragic as every single one of those is, of course, it doesn't seem to be anywhere like the levels that we've seen in previous peaks. What can you tell us so far?
We know that deaths and hospitalizations lag cases.
Alright, I'm gonna go to bed. You guys are boring me. I wanted to go IRL, but you guys just... I don't know. I was gonna go IRL. I wanted to. I gotta work tomorrow, though. Boring. I'm bored. Snooze fast. It used to be so late. Now I'm bored. I'm gonna go find something better to do with my time. Not cam up anymore. I'm gonna go cam up elsewhere where I'm successful AF.
At this point, the jury is really kind of out. Most experts are saying in South Africa there is more immunity. People have been previously infected. There's good vaccination there happening. So there is protection for the people who have some.
I did walk now. I already walked now a while ago when I went to go get this.
Okay, Michelle, thanks very much for the update.
I'm going to bed. Nelly and I are going to bed. Nell, we're going to bed. Bedtime, Nelly.
When you've got different levels of immunization and different virus experiences, different variants previously dominant in those different countries. So we will continue to monitor that data carefully.
Good night, Nelly. Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you, no.
As Russian flows via a key route drop to zero, and of course we're always watching the extent to which Russia is willing and able to send gas to Europe.
Nelly is my girl.
There's of course the reality of temperatures and the politics.
Nelly is my girl. Hello, Nell Bell. Come here, little sweetheart. Oh, baby cakes. I love you.
Let us get on the virus story to Bob Parker, investment committee member at Quilvest Wealth Management and regular guest on this program. Bob, very nice to speak to you. Let me start by talking about the virus then and your expectations at this point. Is there any such thing as a base case at the moment?
Oh my gosh.
severity of Omicron or severity.
We done.
I think the point to emphasise, however, is that if you look
the situation in most countries today relative to, let's say, even a year ago. We're in a very different space.
I make too much money doing other shit.
The situation where there are a lot of Asian first and second dose vaccinations are now about 80% of the population, for example, in countries like South Korea, China, and Japan. In the European Union, the average first and second dose vaccinations is now 70%, and we're over 60% in the States. I think probably more importantly, the only variant is that booster jabs are being rolled out actually very quickly indeed. So the latest figures here in the UK is that around 35% of the adult population has had their booster jab. And the numbers of third doses are growing very
Yo, Shiba Inu's up.
in other European countries. So
Or them haters.
why I think we shouldn't be that negative. Clearly there is
I'm so glad I was buying sheep.
do those
I am so glad I was buying sheep.
things very rapid.
You're so smart, Jim. I know.
Very recently, to which I'm very grateful. Bob, let me ask you about supply chains then, because if I was looking to take a gloomier view of the world, I'm not sure I'm looking to do that on the 21st of December, but if I were to do so, I could look at the zero tolerance policy in China and think about what kind of disruption to supply chains we might see in China as Omicron, if it starts to really take a grip there. And I could think about concerned about that. Do you think the supply chain story is set for another resurgence of its own, if you like? Disruption to supply chains could be a feature of the first quarter.
Well, I think it comes to a three points on China. The first point is that the number of new COVID cases in China remains very low. And if we look at sort of the last 2 weeks or so, daily cases have averaged less than 100. I think the second point is that we don't have to look at where the COVID cases are taking place in China. Now, where we've had supply chain disruption in the past is where you've had outbreaks of COVID in Chinese ports. Now, if we get outbreaks, let's say in cities in Western China, frankly, supply chain disruption is going to be fairly minor. What I need to look at is the new cases in the ports. And what we've seen so far is actually not much disruption to port flow in China. And I think the third point to make is that Chinese authorities, and we've seen this with action from the People's Bank of China over the last 2 weeks, they are very happy to support the economy with this injection.
No, you okay? You being a good girl? No, Belle.
So I think Chinese policy is very geared, very orientated to prevent a slowdown in the economy. Now, coming back to the question of supply chains, look at the Baltic Dry Index. That's down again. It's down very sharply from its October peak. So I'm less concerned about supply chain disruption.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on the Baltic Dry and the sugar rate. Bob, stay with us. Bob Parker, Investment Committee member at Quilvest Wealth Management. Really good to get your insights. More from Bob shortly. Coming up on the programme, as Boris Johnson holds off on introducing stricter rules in the UK, we speak to the CEO of the British Beers and Pubs Association about the impact the surging Omicron cases is having on the sector in the run-up. Don't miss that conversation at 7:30 UK time. Nike gains as growth in the US helps offset the plunge of business in China. We get the details on those earnings and also earnings from the chip sector a little bit later in the programme. But up next, Joe and Joe, the path that may be open for more talks on Biden's $2 trillion economic plan after a phone call between President and the Democratic Senator Joe Manchin. We discussed the outlook for the US and Bob Parker next. If you have any of your own questions, please do send them to us. ID plus TV Go. That is the function on your broadband. This is Glee. what you're seeing? Take us more forward-looking. Are you worried about people exiting the pandemic era and going back to the gym, or are we going to work out at home more?
Well, that's actually the advantage that Beachbody has is we have never been a direct competitor with the gym. In fact, what we rely on is our ability to influence the 150 million people in North America specifically who are overweight or obese and haven't made that choice yet. Our job is to influence them with great content. And this combination of what we call the total solution, fitness, nutrition, and community, so that they can tap into this incredibly cost-effective solution that is entertaining and engaging right at home so that they get results. That's our job, is to help the new person engage in healthy lifestyles.
I think what we've seen during this period of time is that communicating via video is not a fad, that we are using in all aspects of our lives, for work, for learning, for communicating, for staying in touch.
I'm going to sleep, guys.
But we're ready to move forward and get this done and work like hell to do that. With Senator Manchin, with members of the Democratic caucus across the Democratic Party, and that's our focus moving forward.
President Biden's press secretary Jen Psaki there on the future of Biden's $2 trillion Build Back Better plan. The president spoke to Joe Manchin on Sunday night, a conversation that the White House believes left the door open to revive talks after Manchin previously had torpedoed the bill. Earlier, the Democratic senator outlined changes that might draw his support, including an overhaul of the tax code.
I'll see you guys later. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. I'm gonna go do other shit. I don't care anymore. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping getting bored. I'm gonna go to sleep right now. Thank God for crypto.
Yes, but I think the first point to make is obviously we're working at American markets, for example, in Ukraine, it's year-end volumes are reasonably low, so therefore, day-to-day volatility will probably be higher than would otherwise be the case. Now, coming back to the Build Back Better bill, I think the central case is that the variant of the bill will probably finally be agreed in January or February. The possibility of an agreement, I think, prior to year-end is now very low indeed. I think inevitably there are going to be some changes. The headline is that
Damn, look at this faggot texting me. Get a life, loser. Actual fucking loser. You should neck. Not in Minecraft. In real life. Loser. I win at everything in life. Not a damn thing anyone's gonna do about it. Pussy. Dude, I triggered this guy so bad into texting me. I made him waste his energy. Like, I'm literally just sitting here. And then I clown the shit out of him. I fucking win all the time. I literally win all the fucking time. Bro, how do I always win?
I think just coming back to sort of interest rate sensitivity, clearly the tech sector is highly sensitive to what the Fed does, and we had very clear guidance last week from Jerome Powell that the central case is that
I always win.
3 times next
Loser.
If we get a weaker growth trajectory, that may come back to 2 times, but I think the path of US interest rates and the guidance on tapering is very clear. So I think that outlook is probably more negative for small and mid-cap names, and arguably we've seen that in the performance of the Nasdaq versus the S&P. The trend over the last 1 and 3 months has been underperformance in the Nasdaq versus the S&P. And coming back to my comment earlier about small and mid-cap names, we've seen this underperformance with the
I win. I always win.
change in investment positioning at the moment. You mentioned this focus on large cap.
Hey, guess what?
I would say
I always win.
companies which are not necessarily just large cap, but also focusing on what I call infrastructure of tech. And it's companies which are startups which are very small cap, where revenue
I always win.
clear. It's those companies which investors are now deserving and moving more into where they have some clarity with the possibility of growth.
Thanks very much. That's Phil Michael, Market Investment Committee member at Quilvest Wealth Management. Thank you so much for joining us. And now let's get first word news update. Top stories we're covering here at Quilvest this morning. Please, Paul Wrighton. Good morning. Good morning. Now that the SEC is closing Chinese companies trading in the US to disclose more about the risks they may pose to investors.
Alright, I'm gonna go make money tomorrow. Bye, winners, and bye, losers.